Hunter x Hunter, the Dark Continent arc, is one of the most confusing arcs that I have ever seen in just about any medium. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The last couple of weeks, I have not been reviewing Hunter x Hunter because, frankly, I don't know what to say. There are a lot of things that are going on in this arc right now, which, frankly, are above me. There are things that I can comprehend in some of the earlier arcs of Hunter x Hunter pretty damn easily, but I can honestly say that this arc has got to be one of the wordiest things that I have ever read. That does not make it bad, however. I have still been reading each chapter as it's been released every week. It's just that every single time it comes to me doing like a review of the chapter, I just go blank. I'm not even really sure what to say because there is just so much explanation of things which have been going on in the last couple of chapters. There's this crazy succession war that's going on between all of these princes and princesses. Some of them are quite literally being killed on the ship. There are hunters, there are bodyguards, there are nen users, there are people who are trying to use nen. There's Kurapika, who is desperately trying to protect Queen Oito and Wobble, and he's having to deal with the advances of all these other bodyguards and hunters who are trying to find them and kill them and learn about nen. There are freaking crazy ass nen beasts all over this ship. Some of them are absolutely disturbing. The one that's used by the one dude whose name that I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I've tried to do it over the course of the last couple months and I frankly just cannot do it. He's the guy that Kurapika is definitely going to be going after. He's the guy who collects all the body parts and even has the scarlet eyes from his clan. His weird nen beast, which is that weird freaky horse thing that has a human face inside of another human face, that thing might have killed Theta, we don't even know yet. And then of course there's the weird dolphin ability that Kurapika is using, which allows him to allow other people to use abilities. They take control of a cockroach, which is running around all of these air ducts trying to get information about all the other princes. And then you have all these other bodyguards who have these crazy abilities, like this one that's introduced at the end of the chapter, which is called Silent Majority. And on top of all of this, the leader of Phantom Troop, Crollo, is just hanging out at the bottom of the whale ship. This has all been going on over the course of the last couple weeks, and it is confusing the fuck out of me. I don't even know where to go from here. I'm only making this video to address the fact that I have not abandoned the Hunter x Hunter manga series. It's just that I'm trying to comprehend it, and it's really tough. I've gotten a lot of suggestions from you guys saying that I should be looking at the official Viz translations, and honestly at this point, I think that's something that I'm gonna have to do, because every single time a chapter comes out, I have to read it like 5 times. 5 times! And I still get confused. And a lot of that does have to do with the fact that there are just so many characters in this arc. And most of them don't even seem like they're going to be that important. Most of them are like bodyguards or hunters or nen users. And they have these weird names that are like impossible to pronounce. And they're all just there. They all have their own motives. They all have to freaking analyze every little thing. Everything. They have to break every little element down. It's insane. And on top of all of that, you have Kurapika, who is using his Emperor Time ability, which is slowly sucking away at his lifespan. Hell, in the most recent chapter, he actually ended up going unconscious for 9 hours, and Emperor Time was actually activated the entire time, which I'm sure is going to take one hell of a physical and mental toll on his body. All of this shit is going on at once, and it confuses the fuck out of me. Guys, really, like I said, this video is just to address that, yes, I am continuing to read the Hunter x Hunter manga series, but this series makes me feel dumb. It just makes me feel stupid. I'm not the most analytical anime or manga reviewer. I just mostly like talking about the stuff that I like and the stuff that I think is really cool. And this arc has sort of gotten out of my hands, so to speak. It's been really tough for me to review, and I am going to continue to talk about it, but mostly I want to hear from you guys. That's what this video is all about. I want to hear what your interpretation of the last couple chapters of the Hunter x Hunter manga has been like. I want to know what it is that you are understanding and the things that you are enjoying about this arc, and maybe you guys can help me understand some of the finer points of the things that are actually going on within this incredibly crazy and well thought out arc. I really do like it. Like I said, it's just kind of hard for me to discuss because I don't want to sound like an idiot. I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just, it's hard to convey in words. It's really strange. And I love Hunter x Hunter. But again, I was introduced to the series by watching the anime version and then moving on to the manga version. When I say the anime version, I mean the most recent one that started in 2011. I never saw the one from the 90s or even some of the OVAs they released in the 2000s. I got attached to the newer version of Hunter x Hunter, which, according to everybody that I've talked to, is just a straight adaptation of the manga version, but unfortunately, they reached that point where there was nothing more that they could adapt because the series was on hiatus for so long. And maybe that's the reason why everything has just been so wordy in Hunter x Hunter lately. I did not intend to make that joke, by the way. It's simply because the author has not had enough time to explain everything that's been going on, that he's felt the need to include all of these just crazy explanations for things that are going on in this arc right here. Just help me understand. Help me help you. Help you help me. That's basically what I'm saying. What I will say is, these chapters are still totally worth reading, and they have so many intriguing twists and turns, and you never really know what's going to happen. And it's such a bold arc of the series, too, considering that the main character, Gon, is nowhere to be seen. He's not even a part of this arc whatsoever. This one is mostly focusing on Kurapika and all of these brand new characters, all of the princes and princesses of the Kakian Kingdom, which, why do they call them all princes? Some of them are princesses. Why do they have to make this confusing when it doesn't need to be? Why do there have to be, like, literally 100 bodyguards with ridiculous names that all have some of the weirdest, craziest designs and facial expressions that I've ever seen? Just, man, there's just so much going on in this arc right here that frankly is just hard to keep up with. And every single character seems to have their own very crazy motivations, especially all the different princes. Some of them straight up just want to kill everyone. Some of them want to know Nen abilities. Some of them want to master them. Some of them want their freaking bodyguards and their hunters to be able to utilize those abilities and find out more about these Nen beasts. Just, man, it's a sensory overload. That's basically what I'm getting from Hunter x Hunter right here. This might not have been the video you wanted. It might not have been the review you were looking for. But I had to vent just a little bit about everything that's been going on in Hunter x Hunter lately. Like I said, I don't know if I'm fully qualified to even review this series for you guys. There are other people out there who make way better reviews of Hunter x Hunter than I am. But it's a series that I really love and appreciate, and I want to be a part of it, and that's why I continue to read it and like to try and discuss it a little bit. And I love this author's work. I think he's great. I especially loved his original series, Yu Yu Hakusho, which, man, I've got to make a Yu Yu Hakusho video eventually, especially on the anime version. I absolutely love that series. I've been rewatching it with a friend, and man, it still holds up. But it's so different when compared to Hunter x Hunter, and I do like that. I do love that the author is able to create something which is different, and while at the same time still feeling familiar to a lot of classic series, like, say, Dragon Ball or One Piece or Naruto, while also being distinctive and incredibly well-written and very thought out. This is a thought-provoking, super strategic, well-read series, which I can definitely recommend to everyone. And at this point, I'm just rambling. Like I said, make sure to tell me in the comments section what you guys have thought about the last couple chapters of Hunter x Hunter, the ones that I have not discussed, and please try to get me up to speed on this one, because it's still kind of confusing, to be perfectly honest. I've read the most recent chapter like 3 times, and the only thing that I can see from it is that Kurapika's been knocked out for a couple of hours, and you have all of these various bodyguards who have come together in one single room, and one of them is there who's getting ready to cause all sorts of shit, and that's one of Benjamin's bodyguards, and he has some sort of plan which is going to involve a Nen ability, which is called, like, the Silent Majority, which is some sort of weird summoned creature that has crosses for eyes. Like, saying this shit out loud still makes no sense to me. That's just really what it is. So, tell me all your thoughts, your theories, and what the hell's even going on in the Hunter x Hunter series in the comments section below. Thank you all so much for watching this video, which was all over the goddamn place. But make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be able to see all of my latest Hunter x Hunter videos. And remember, I do review a lot of other anime series, so make sure to check out the channel and check all of those out. I would really appreciate it. And make sure, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with all your friends. That would be really great. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. And as always, stay dandy, baby.